Hello everyone. Good morning. This is Biswajit Parida here, working as a HSC trainer. So today I'm preparing this video. I'm doing this recording for the purpose to share my experience with Nviron Consulting Private Limited while I'm pursuing those IDP with them. So I will here I do. I'm here to tell you what's my experience. Along with that, I will give you some details about how we can while you're pursuing those IDP. How do you prepare yourself? ओके आप अपने आप को कैसे तैयार कर सकते हैं अलॉन्ग विद दैट आई विल से कि आपको किस तरह से मेंटली प्रिपेयर होना पड़ेगा फॉर पासिंग दिस मोस्ट DI-3 qualifications. Okay, with the example of how I did it. Okay, how I do qualify this DI-3 in first attempt. So first of all, before starting with these things, I will say that first of all, I will say I'd like to thank you to Mr. Prakash Sharma sir, who was my tutor during this complete NEBOSH DI-3 sir. Along with that, Mr. Anupam Mohanty sir, who guided me, who motivated me to pursue these qualifications with Nviron Consulting Pvt. So thank you so much, sir, at the starting of this video. Now, if I would like to share with the facilities that Nviron do provide for their learners while pursuing this qualification. So first thing I will say about the mentor or the trainer they do provide. So the trainer who was giving us the training, Mr. Prakash Sharma, he has more than 20 years of industry experience. Along with that, he is also a distinction holder of NEBOSH IDIP level 6. And he was very polite. The way he assists us, the way he give us example, along with that, how we can use different legal guidelines, HSC guideline, legislation guideline. Okay, how we can use them. The way he guide us, it was completely one of the best way of teaching. So for that, I would like to thank to my tutor and the way he assists how to read a scenario or a case study that being given by the NEBOSH to pursue while you are doing the assessment of NEBOSH DI-3. Okay, so in the tutor base, the way of teaching along with the example, real life examples, the practical on-field examples, they do share with us. It was completely awesome. Yeah. So this is what about my tutor. And if I say about the materials and the platform that being that Nviron do provide to the learners. Okay, that also easily accessible for everyone. Is the committed us that this platform will be accessible for us to collect the material until we are qualifying this assessment of DI-3. Like the platform they are providing Google Classroom. Okay, the platform where together we get the documents of HSC guidance. Together we get the recordings, class daily after the class. They do share class recordings on that platform. They do give us within that platform. They allow us to submit our daily assessment. Okay, once daily the tutor whatever the assignment they do allocate us, we do within through that platform we submit assessment, and accordingly the trainer, Mr. Prakash Sharma sir, they give a detailed feedback on our assessment, where we are going wrong and where we require further improvement. like किन किन जगहों पे हमें और थोड़ा इम्प्रूवमेंट की रिक्वायरमेंट है, कहाँ पे हम लैग कर रहे हैं. All these things minutely, point by point, Mr. Prakash Sharma give instructors. Okay. So that platform is also easily accessible. It's always accessible. Along with that, the videos that you provide, if I want at my workplace, I can download those videos offline. I can watch offline. Where it's not always required to stay online to watch the video, and that is one of the best things what I feel. Yeah. So if I say about this is what about the platforms that give access to us and about the tutor. And if I say about my journey, how I do prepare myself, how do I mentally prepare myself while passing this session? First of all, make sure that while we guys are moving on to pursue this qualification, we should dedicatedly give some of our time to this class, a part of our class, like daily, जैसे बोल सकते हैं daily after 3 hours maximum, 2:30 to 2.5 hours to 3 hours, the class will get passed. Okay, after the class, we must try to give at least 2 to 3 hours for self-study. Otherwise, it will be difficult. So really, it will be difficult for everyone. Okay, if you do not allocate some time beyond your class or tutorial hour, it will definitely difficult for the class. So we must give the time after the class. And what I did, I saw the recordings. I participated in the class. I gone through 2 to 3 hours for my self study where I do read the case studies. I do read different external documents that provided according to the topic, according to the requirement of the questions. Okay, so regularly you should go through the topics. It doesn't matter what happens. You should go. Okay, then after that, on day of before the exam, okay, they provide all the documents that we have discussed. They said us answer of the question, the possible answer that my tutor may draft. Okay, the tutor have already drafted. They've given us some answers. Okay, to understand the way of drafting answers. Okay, this is what again a good thing about the support they to provide. Okay, on my day of examination. Okay, actually my DI-1 exam was from, I think if I could recall, it's from 16th to 30th of July. Okay. During this time, on my first 2 days when I got my paper, the complete date of 16th, I do completely allocated to read the case study, collect external sources like a different guideline, like I do collect, go through HSG 47, okay, then COSHH, GS60, HSG 65. There are many more. I can give you only 2, 3 examples with this short video, but there are many more resources we have to go through, okay, which was already instructed by tutors in my classes that for what type of topic, what type of question we should go with, what type of legal document you should use as a reference. Okay, so as it is an open book examination without using appropriate reference, it may be difficult for the learners, like difficult for us. So I have gone through these things. I've collected all the legal document. I read my case study minutely, line to line. You should not miss a single word, single line from your case study. Okay, while reading the case study, because each and every line has its own value as from my point of view. Okay, if you miss anything, if you clearly do not understand the scenario and directly move on to the question, it will be completely tough. So it's always recommended by a trainer to go through the case study minutely, understand the meaning of each statement, okay, line by line. If it is not possible, for example, some words, some statement might not be clear to us. At that time, I use Google Translator to get it translated to my regional languages like in Odia. So I do use the Google Translator to translate in Odia. Even I'm friendly with Hindi, I use Hindi. All these things are available. Okay, somehow I did not face that much difficulties, but there are some places where if you face difficulties, it is completely we can easily use this Google Classroom, Google Translator. Okay, so this is what I have used. I did it during my while I'm pausing it. And after that, when I started my first question, I saw which legal document I can use. So first, I visit my study material that have been provided by the reports. Then I visit my other legal document, which I think which are that those were suitable for the task. So like HSG 47, COSHH, okay, and it's construction regulation 2015, if I could recall exactly. Okay, so these are the documents I have used. Okay, I have go through this legal document. Then I move on to my case study. I collect the possible evidence which I can use on my answer. Okay, then I will start drafting my answer. Okay, as they told us that you have to give sufficient each and every point that I can, if I justify technically in a correct way by using right evidence from the scenario as per the requirement of the questions, I will easily able to get the mark. And this is what I do follow. Simply we need to follow that. Okay, it's not that much big thing that we cannot achieve. It can be easily achievable, but at the same time, if you practiced it well in your past classes, if you practice it well, okay, or if you're not able to manage the times, you have to do some extra effort. Like for example, on regular basis, if I won't able to manage the time, I should give the time on my weekends, on my holiday period from my organization. Okay? So this way, but you're supposed to go with things in prior. Otherwise, on day of examination, at the time of examination, it will be tough. It will be tough to understand what legal documents we can use. It will be tough to understand, okay, where to collect the resources. So we have to go with the legal document at least once before we go for the assessment. And I did it multiple times, so it become very easier for me. Okay. So this is what I did. Then I drafted the answer. And as I had the time, the question is around, I think I had around task around if I could recall, it is around 7 tasks we had. Okay. So I do set a target. Like daily, I must try to attempt one question completely. I have enough days, I have enough time. At the same time, I have to go to my work. Okay. So everybody has the most commonly all the people who are pursuing the IT, they are working somewhere. Okay. Even like me, I do work somewhere. Okay. So along with my work, I set a target that before I go to my bed, I should complete at least one. Okay. So accordingly, that it took me around 9 days. I will not say in 7 days I did it. No, it took me around 9 days. Oh, not 9 days. This 16th. Yeah, around 9 to 8 days. I think I do completed my assessment. Okay, I do complete my attempt my 175 marks completely. And after that, remaining days I do work on refabricate. What is the meaning of refabricate? Means like correcting any kind of grammatical error if there is any issue. Recheck the case study if there is any possible key points if I could add it on कोई और possible key point और possible evidence अगर मैं add कर सकता हूँ so I did on it और कोई possible legal sources resources कोई case study आए जो मुझे as a reference के तौर पे as a reference which I can use in my answer I go for that. Okay, this is how I do manage my 16th July to 13th July time period. Okay, and after that, before 30th of July, okay, I will say I do submitted my answer before 1 hour of time. Okay, because if you do not do that, I know my trainer also told me that that can be possible certain emergencies, network issue XYZ. There are many more issues you can face. So always try to submit your answer before 1 hour. Before 1 hour, you should. That's what I did. Okay. The rest is your call. They give us the time. Okay, like 11 a.m. UK time, something like that. So we have to do it. So I did the 30th at I think 1 hour to 1 earlier 1 to 2 hours. I did. I do submit my assessment because I completed my assessment in 9 days. 9 working days I did it. Okay. So this is how I do appear my exam. Okay. I will not say it is easy. It's quite tough, but at the same time, it's not that much tough that it's not possible to pass. If you dedicate, if you allocate sufficient time, if you be in discipline, it is very easy to achieve. Okay, so this is what my experience while I'm passing the exam and my experience with the resources being provided by the Nviron and the training being provided by the Nviron. Okay, so within such effort, I achieved my NEBOSH IDIP DI-3. I have completed my DI-3 assessment and get the distinction in first attempt with the help of Nviron Consulting Pvt Limited. So I will recommend the people who are watching this video, if you are looking for the best institute to pursue NEBOSH IDIP, I will always recommend to join the Nviron. Okay, so all the best. Thank you so much for watching the video. And again, thank you so much. And